Welcome, I'll be reacting to Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons, Season 1, Episode 29. This is a commentary, it is not a market substitute. Please support the original and no spoilers in the comments. Don't be a Mysteron. Ooh, what is this? Love their hats. Koala base. Adorable. Oh no.
Hovercraft 8 to base. We're in trouble.
Oof. I don't think they had time to eject. Was it a faulty design or a sabotage?
Will be torn apart from within.
Within.
The traitor among you will create havoc.
Someone we know or a character they bring in just to betray them? Maybe it's Dr. Fawn. He's tired of constantly fixing poor Scarlet.
We must not allow this to create suspicion among ourselves, or to lower morale.
How does that not lower morale?
Right.
Put your hat on.
Do you think there's a traitor in Spectrum?
At least one branch of Spectrum has good reason to believe he exists.
We were lucky to come out of it alive.
I hate to say this, but
Oh.
I feel I must agree with you.
I don't think they came out of it alive. Has someone Mysteron detected them? How did they walk away from that explosion with not a scratch? I have questions.
We only just got clear in time.
Or maybe he just didn't want me to discover the cause of the overheating.
A Mysteron can be found without detector, but a traitor is an ordinary man. He could be the man at your side. Much more deadly.
I don't think it's a cadet because if the Mysterons wanted to get a traitor in there, I feel like, yeah, you'd go for a cadet, but you'd wait, not have them actually sabotage anything until they could get higher up in Spectrum. Then they could really cause mayhem. Then again, I may be thinking too logically. Mysterons don't tend to do that.
I'm sure you'd like me to thank Captain Scarlet on your behalf for that most interesting lecture.
I wanted to hear it though. What was his topic?
Could you tell us what actually happened at the London car view?
Captain Scarlet was in the hands of the Mysterons.
Ooh. We haven't been here in a while.
I had lived and worked with Captain Scarlet.
I love getting the narration. Yeah! Oh, his old vintage uniform.
Relaying instructions from the Mysterons.
I love clip shows because they always have to be so creative about how they do it. I just wasn't expecting one on Captain Scarlet. I think my favorite one was a Stargate clip episode where they had this alien tech, I think it was a barber, got one piece and Colonel O'Neill had the other, and so this like barber kept seeing scenes from all the previous Stargate episodes, and eventually he kind of went a little crazy and like broke into Colonel O'Neill's house and was like, "You ruined my life." It was a great episode, and it was mostly all just previous clips put together. Nice one, Blue.
The Mysterons had failed.
And Captain Scarlet?
Well, as you can see, he made an amazing recovery.
Captain Scarlet would have access to all sections of Spectrum, including the plant where the hovercraft were made.
I could see where a cadet is like, how do we know Scarlet isn't still under the control of the Mysterons? It's not an unreasonable conclusion. I mean, we know better, but they wouldn't. Did he just Jane Eyre the place?
Adam!
The question is, was that incident sabotage or was it an over-enthusiastic cadet who thought he knew best?
Let's assume for a moment he's still in the hands of the Mysterons. Wouldn't something like last night's fire throw us all off the scent?
Well, let's hope...
The Major.
Major Stone?
Yes. He's in the best position to sabotage this base. And why restart the hovercraft patrols?
I like Captain Blue's theory. Here we go again.
This time the traitor is with us, isn't he, Captain Scarlet?
Make him! Put that gun away!
No.
He's trying to kill us all. He was the one who started the fire. Now, instead of blaming each other, let's try and find out what's wrong.
I know Captain Scarlet will be fine, but did he get the black box out?
There's our traitor.
One tiny valve from the hovercraft hydraulic system caused all the trouble.
Yes, Major.
We can only assume it is the work of the Mysterons.
Of course.
And the fire in our bedroom at the base?
That is something to which we shall never know the answer.
It was probably Macon.
Well, the Mysterons have shown another side of their extraordinary powers.
That was an interesting ploy by the Mysterons to make it look like there's a traitor and everyone's all suspicious of each other. Let's be honest, I spent this whole episode like, who is it? All they did was just fiddle around with some of the technology. I think his name was Macon. I didn't think he was the one. I just figured he's a little bit too enthusiastic about Spectrum and stopping the Mysterons. In fact, it is concerning because if you have kids who are growing up in this kind of environment where they are constantly under attack from a group as difficult and deceitful as the Mysterons tend to be, you're going to get paranoid. If that's all you've ever known, you're going to be like suspicious of everyone. Are they a Mysteron? I'm going to be perfectly honest. In episode 2 especially, I was very suspicious of Captain Scarlet. Like, is he really on our side? Is he going to just suddenly go back to the Mysterons? He's proved himself, at least to me now, but this cadet hasn't seen it. He's just kind of read vague reports. I think we saw a change here at the end of the episode when he saw Scarlet risking his life again to try and get the information and almost not getting clear. He realized, I think, yes, Scarlet is on our side. But it's something you kind of have to see to believe, I feel like. So even though it was a cover, I think it was a good idea to have Blue and Scarlet come in and give lectures to the cadets. They need to have more people there who have been on the ground to talk about things with the up-and-coming generation. It's going to be really important. Unless things get resolved soon, these kids are going to end up with the legacy of fighting the Mysterons their whole lives. So I thought it was a very interesting concept and set of characters.